What's going on, y'all? Got a couple jokes for you tonight. Try and liven up the week. It's hump day. Um, First one is doing a job interview. I got one job. I got three guys applying for the same job. I said, I'm going to ask you a question. Whoever gives me the best answer, they're going to get the job because y'all are pretty much qualified for the job. So that's my, tiebreaker. I said, what is the fastest thing in the world? And the first guy says, a light. I said, a light? Yeah. He says, yeah, it ain't on. Go over, flick the switch, there it's on. Then you flick the switch, it's off. So, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Electricity's pretty fast. So I asked the second guy, I said, what's the fastest thing in the world? And he said, a thought. I said, a thought, huh? He says, yeah. He says, 1 minute it ain't there, and then there it is, right in your mind. There's your thought. Excuse me. So then I asked the third guy, I said, well, what's the fastest thing in the world? He said, diarrhea. I said, diarrhea? That's gross. I said, well, how in the world is diarrhea faster than the light and a thought? He said, because before you can even think about turning that light on, it's way too late. Okay. So the second one, this old guy's got a parrot, and this parrot just cusses up a storm. I mean, he is just belligerent, nasty old bird, just cursing all the time. So the old guy that owns it, he goes to church, and the preacher gets done with his sermon, and they're all going out and shaking hands. He said, Pastor, he says, I got this old bird, and he curses up a storm. He says, I have tried everything. I can't get him fixed for nothing. He said, would you find it in your heart to fix this bird from cursing? He said, well, I give it a shot, I guess. So he keeps the bird for like a week, and man, he just preaches to him, and he talks to him, and explains to him, this is not right, your language is way too foul, and, on and on and on. And he can't get that bird to shut up for nothing. So, but the pastor's, he's practicing his sermon for the next day. And as he's practicing it, this bird is just going off. Just every word in the book, bad word. So he gets mad. And he snatches that bird up, and he takes him down to the basement, and he just throws him in the deep freezer. And he's in there, boom, blah, 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 and he's cursing and carrying on in there. And after a couple of minutes, it gets quiet. And he opens up the freezer. He gets that bird out. That bird sits up on his shoulder, and he says, Pastor, I must apologize. I have offended you. I am sorry. I will never do this again. And the pastor says, okay, well, I forgive you. He says, hey, by the way, what'd that turkey do?